Hi, my name is Wendy Cater, and today is October 15, 2017, and I'm gonna be talking about the digestive process. So if I were to eat a cheeseburger. So when I take the first bite of the cheeseburger, I'm gonna put it into my mouth, and that's the first process. It's during the ingestion phase. My teeth are gonna be chewing on the burger. My sensor receptors are going to send a signal to my brain, letting them know that there is food in my mouth, and it's going to allow me to taste the food, and also just by sensing that the food is there, it's going to prevent from me biting on myself. Also, my salivary glands are going to activate, so the food inside my mouth is going to be mixture of saliva with the food. I'm going to be chewing it down to break it down to smaller pieces. My tongue is also going to be involved in this phase, and it's going to help push the food towards my teeth so that I can chew it down to small pieces, and also it's going to push it down to my pharynx. And at that point, the propulsion phase begins, and the propulsion phase is when I actually swallow the bolus of food that my mouth created after chewing, and it's going to go down to my it's going to swallow down to my esophagus. Once it enters my esophagus, it's going to be in the peristalsis phase, and the peristalsis phase is when my esophagus powerfully contracts and relaxes, and this allows the food to go down my esophagus, down all the way down to my stomach. And at this point, that's all it is. Oh, it's going to be mixing in with digestive juices as well. So again, a signal is going to be sent to my brain to release digestive juices, and it's going to mix in all together, breaking it down even further, or at least, mixing in. Once it gets to my stomach, that is the segmentation phase, and once it enters my stomach, the food is going to be broken down even to smaller pieces. It's going to be churning. So it's going to create a chyme. It's what's called, and it's just a mixture of acids. So in the segmentation phase, it's going to be occurring in the small intestine. So basically, in an isolated portion of my small intestine, the food is going to be swished back and forth, and this is going to help the absorption of any nutrients that the cheeseburger may have. So that's the segmentation phase. And then is the absorption phase, and this is also where any proteins, carbs, fats, nucleic acids, vitamins, minerals, and water, anything that the burger may have had, that is going to be absorbed in this absorption phase. The nutrients are going to be absorbed from the lumen to the bloodstream. The lipids are going to be absorbed into lacteals, which is basically which are lymphatic vessels of the small intestine that absorb digested fats. Then my liver is going to produce bile salts to emulsify my lipids. My gallbladder is going to produce digestive enzymes, and carbonates. Then my large intestine is going to further break down and absorbs the most water at this phase, electrolytes and vitamins, that was produced by bacteria. Then it's going to turn it into feces, and it's going to move it towards my rectum. After that is the defecation phase, where anything that was not digested will exit my body, and that through feces, basically, and that is the defecation phase. So that is the process of me digesting a hamburger or any other food item. Thanks. Bye.